again, at the end of the day, teams are what fundamentally those are what startups do. But again, startups won't work without the founders. What do you think, in your opinion, are the qualities of a good founder that's gonna make it? Again, we all have our different personalities, right? And then recently I talked about this in another startup that for some reason there's this over fascination of being fucking CEO. Not everybody's built for that. And you don't have to be Batman in order to be a vital part of an ecosystem or of a startup. Sometimes you can be Robin and you're the one that you're the heart and soul of that startup. But everybody was like, oh, I want the CEO title.
Yeah.
Bruh, it's different. But I want to understand from your point of view the traits of a solid founder or a solid co-founder. Doesn't have to be CEO, but someone who can work well within a startup ecosystem.
Yeah. No, that's a great point, what you mentioned. I think that this has something to do with self-awareness.
Yeah.
And I've seen this. I've seen this in a few startups that we've worked with or currently working with, wherein some have opted to relinquish that CEO leadership role purely because they understand that that's what's best for the startup or the company.
Wow, that's a lot of maturity to do.
That's a lot of maturity. And, I look up to people like this because if you don't have that self-awareness and if you don't lead with what you think is best for the startup company or the business, then you're essentially wasting your time.
Right. Now, in terms of the dynamics, are there characteristics that you've seen over the successful ones and the not so successful ones that make it? Is there a real line in between, or are there like common characteristics of the ones that thrive? Say, Nichelle Gaba. What is Nichelle great at under the hood that it characterize over the ones that you've seen that are not quite there or struggled or probably didn't succeed?
Right. At least from my point of view, what's very important is you need somebody in the team. Doesn't necessarily need to be the CEO. At least for 0 to 1 startups or early stage startups, is a generalist.
Yes.
Somebody who is a generalist, who is capable of taking on multiple hats.
Yep.
Who is capable of doing certain amount of work that is lacking within the team. And who is capable of creating that structure from the beginning.
Correct.
Without the generalist,
I mean,
it could still work out, but like
it's difficult.
Yeah.
Right. Someone who can plug in holes like, shit, I need you to be sales today. All right, we'll be sales today.
Yep.
Tomorrow I'll be a PM. Okay, I'll be a PM.